Welcome back to Brand Vanguard, where we uncover the fascinating rise and fall of the world's most influential brands. Today, we're diving into why some of your favorite brands vanished overnight and the stories behind their sudden disappearances. Let's explore the top 15 brands that vanished from the market and uncover the reasons behind their sudden decline. Blockbuster. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Blockbuster was the go-to video rental store with over 9,000 locations worldwide. Yet by 2010, it had almost entirely disappeared. The reason? Blockbuster failed to adapt to the digital shift. Netflix, which started as a DVD rental by mail service, gradually transitioned to streaming. Despite having the chance to buy Netflix, Blockbuster didn't act fast enough. Underestimating the impact of online video streaming, consumer preferences changed, and Blockbuster's business model quickly became obsolete. Toys R Us, a household name for toys. Toys R Us faced years of declining sales due to rising competition from e-commerce giants like Amazon and Walmart. The company filed for bankruptcy in 2017 after failing to restructure its heavy debt load. Even with attempts to modernize the in-store experience, their inability to keep up with changing consumer habits, along with increased competition in online toy sales, led to its eventual closure. Borders. At its peak, Borders was the second largest bookstore chain in the US, right behind Barnes & Noble. So, what went wrong? Borders expanded rapidly, investing heavily in large stores and inventory. However, they missed the ebook and digital revolution, while also outsourcing their online presence to Amazon, ironically supporting their competitor. When consumer habits shifted towards digital reading and e-commerce, Borders couldn't recover. Kodak. Kodak was once synonymous with photography, dominating the film and camera industry for decades. The brand's disappearance came as a shock to many, but the reasons are clear. Kodak invented the first digital camera, but feared it would cannibalize their film business, so they shelved the idea. As digital cameras and smartphones became the norm, Kodak was too late to pivot and couldn't compete with more innovative tech companies. Nokia. Nokia was a titan in the mobile phone industry, controlling almost 50% of the market in 2007. However, the company failed to foresee the shift towards smartphones. While Apple and Samsung embraced touchscreens and app ecosystems, Nokia stuck with its older operating systems. By the time they tried to catch up, it was too late. The brand lost relevance and eventually sold its mobile business to Microsoft. Sears. Sears was a retail giant, starting as a mail-order catalog in the late 1800s and growing into a dominant department store. However, in the 2000s, the rise of e-commerce, poor management decisions, and a failure to modernize caused Sears to decline rapidly. They were slow to adapt to changing consumer habits, particularly the shift toward online shopping, and filed for bankruptcy in 2018. Compaq. Once one of the most successful computer manufacturers, Compaq's disappearance was largely due to poor strategic decisions. It was acquired by HP in 2002, but even before that, it struggled to compete with Dell's low-cost, efficient distribution model. The dot-com bubble burst, overexpansion, and a failure to innovate led to its decline. And ultimately, the brand was absorbed and dissolved by HP. MySpace. Before Facebook, there was MySpace, the social media platform that was a pioneer in its field. Despite being extremely popular in the mid-2000s, MySpace's poor management and inability to evolve with user needs caused it to fall out of favor. As Facebook introduced more user-friendly interfaces, privacy controls, and cleaner design, MySpace's cluttered layout and ads-heavy platform couldn't compete. Pan Am. Pan American World Airways was the premier airline company for international travel, setting the standard for luxury air travel. But by 1991, the airline was grounded. Pan Am suffered from poor financial management, rising fuel costs, competition from low-cost carriers, and security issues. The company couldn't recover after the 1988 terrorist bombing of Pan Am Flight 103 over Lockerbie, which severely damaged its reputation and finances. Radio Shack. Radio Shack was once the go-to destination for all things electronics. But the rise of big box retailers like Best Buy and e-commerce sites such as Amazon squeezed Radio Shack out. Their failure to innovate and modernize their product line hurt them badly. By the time they tried to refocus their brand, it was too late to stop their rapid decline. The company filed for bankruptcy twice, in 2015 and 2017. BlackBerry revolutionized the smartphone with its iconic keyboard and secure messaging platform. But the brand's refusal to innovate cost it dearly. BlackBerry dismissed the touchscreen revolution and focused heavily on physical keyboards. Meanwhile, Apple and Android devices gained market share, and by the time BlackBerry tried to pivot, it had already lost its core user base. Tower Records. Once a mecca for music lovers, Tower Records' decline was rapid with the advent of digital music, iTunes, MP3 downloads, and later streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music made physical music stores redundant. Tower Records filed for bankruptcy in 2006, unable to compete in an industry that was quickly moving online. American Apparel. American Apparel was famous for its made in the USA clothes and controversial advertising. However, internal scandals involving its CEO, high production costs, and overexpansion led to financial struggles. The company filed for bankruptcy in 2015 and again in 2016 before its brand was eventually acquired by Gildan Activewear, ceasing all physical store operations. Polaroid was a leader in instant photography, but like Kodak, it couldn't transition to the digital age. Digital cameras and smartphones became the go-to for instant photo sharing, while Polaroid's physical film model became outdated. After a brief bankruptcy and resurgence as a niche brand, Polaroid has now focused on nostalgia-driven products, but it never regained its dominant position. Circuit City was a major player in electronics retail, but a combination of poor customer service, an outdated business model, and aggressive competition from Best Buy and Amazon led to its downfall. In 2008, the company filed for bankruptcy. Circuit City's failure to innovate in e-commerce and provide a strong customer experience proved fatal in an increasingly digital retail environment. Thank you for watching. These brands remind us that no matter how big or successful a company becomes, failing to innovate, adapt to changing consumer needs, or foresee market shifts can lead to their downfall. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the untold stories of disappearing brands, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious with Brand Vanguard.